good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you guys are watching. What's good? What's going on out there? Hip hop. You don't stop beatboxing, dancing, or something. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's Marquis from Boston, man. Be back, man. Be back with the THHC podcast. That stands for the Hip Hop Connoisseur Podcast, episode 75. Excuse me, I'm under the weather a little bit. Episode 75. Pharoahe Monch. Desire review with SP from the Powaful IMPAK. SP's running a little late, so we'll give her some time to show up. She's actually texting me right now, live. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get with this show, man. You get the live reactions, you get all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? She said she comes, she on her way, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. But so prior to that, let's discuss some It's Friday. New projects dropped. Let's talk about some of the projects that dropped. And did you guys listen to them? Let me know what you think about these projects that dropped below. And also, if there's other projects that dropped today, let me know about them in the comments too. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist, you're a producer, whatever, you drop, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Yo, where's my own? I know I had some tea. Oh, there you go. I'm about to say, yeah, I know I have some tea over here. I'm about to say, yo. But yeah, so there's a lot of artists that dropped today. So my ears were busy today. The first joint that dropped was Day Andre and J Mello, Now or Never. This joint, go check it out. Go check it out. That's all I gotta say. Number 2, Phife Dawg, Forever. Now, you would think it'd be cheesy because people pass away. They still got like some music left. So people get it. Then the best producers, the best whoever mixers do an album. They did that with Biggie. They did that with Pop. So they're doing this with Phife Dawg, Forever. But this project, Phife Dawg Forever, it's beautiful. It's really, really good. It's really good, man. I gotta give them to whoever was behind all this production of Phife Dawg Forever. SP, you there? SP?
I'm here.
Hey, what's going on, girl? What's up, Queen?
Nothing, just chilling.
How you doing?
Just coming from washing.
I hear that.
Y'all got me in homemaker mode.
Hey, don't worry about it. It is what it is. How's everything though?
Fair to middling.
It'll be okay. It's like the stock market.
Always.
That's what
It'll always be okay.
Always be okay. Like before we start anyway, I don't know if you listen to any new music. I got some new music on the ticker down there. You listen to anything new out there?
Right now I am listening to the Phife album.
I was just talking about that. You just came in the right perfect timing. So Phife Dawg Forever. What you think about it?
I haven't listened enough to form a decision yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was just my first listen. It's just a cursory beat listen. You know what I mean?
Okay. I listened to it like probably 4 times already. So I'm already hyped up about the album. So I'm gonna go to number 3. Number 3 is Phil V. It's called God's Earth. This is like an EP. I recommend this one too, Phil V. It might sound new to you guys, but put them in your repertoire, man. Phil V. God's Earth is a really, really great project, man. If you're, it's not too godly, it's not too spiritual, but it's like a little mix. You know what I'm saying? He got you right on that edge of, Bible, street, kind of, what I'm saying? Good. It's like a good conversation. Excuse me. Number 4, Coast Contra. It's these I think it's 5 guys or 4. No, it's 4. 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4 guys. They've been teasing like the internet recently with this freestyles, around like a round table and doing things like this. And now this is their first album, Coast Contra. They get some young guys. Apartment's called Apartment 505. I heard it once. It's pretty good. They good lyricists. The young lyricists, man. They hungry. So that's a good project. Number 5 is Furious Styles, and Hype, The Basement, Filthy Underground. Now Furious Styles, you familiar with Furious Styles, the producer?
Yes.
Yeah. So he's starting to put out these. I would say they're called The Basement projects. This would be the second one that he put out with an artist. So if you're an artist, y'all better get in touch with Furious Styles and get in the basement with him. It's kind of like the Tigger thing. You know what I mean? I think he gives you 3 beats. He sends you 3 beats, and you know what I'm saying. You rap on them, and then he puts them out. As like a project. So this is gonna be the second one right here. Number 6, Larry June and Jay Worthy. When they usually get together, man, they got 2 peas in the pod. Did you listen to that yet?
Not yet. It's on my list.
It's on the list, right?
It's on my list. It's on my list to listen to. Yeah. I think it's one of the ones I want to review.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. That.
Pretty dope.
Yeah, they always dope together. I listened to it already twice already. I'm listening. You know what I mean? Number 7, the God Fahim, 6 ring champion. Oh, excuse me. Do you know who the God Fahim is? You listen to the God Fahim?
I know who he is. I've listened to him a few times. I haven't been able to go back to him because I was reintroducing myself. Actually, I was reintroducing myself to Ray West.
Okay.
And so I've been deep diving into Ray West music. He's a producer and has a lot of music with AG and OC and Blue. So I've been deep diving into him.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. You gotta tell me what you digging into. See how they trying to. Did you do a review on him or interview him already or something?
Well, yeah, we did an interview with him, but it was so many songs he had did that I wasn't aware that he had done.
Yeah.
So it was pretty. I decided I got to go back and listen because
deep dive into his catalog.
Yeah, he was fire. Do I have a delay?
I don't hear one. I don't hear it.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I do not hear it. Man, I guess there's so many things that came out. I gotta wait for the. Man, hold on. I gotta wait for this thing to ticker down. Yeah, because I was like, how many projects did I?
It was a lot that dropped, and I am just going to poke through them this weekend because I'm finally caught up on editing, so I can just sit and listen to music.
Yeah. All right, we got number 8. I'm gonna read these off real fast. Number 8 is Jay Skis. This is Erykah Pliskin. Then we got number 9, Taj Malik, Old with the New Freestyle Series on SoundCloud only. Okay, so those are just a couple things y'all should check out. And if if y'all got some that we should check out, you know what I'm saying, let us know in the comments below, man. We'll check them out, man. And our first comment was from Jeff Lopez. He came early, man. Salute, peace. He says Boston on deck. He says tuning in from Dartmouth, Mass. This was earlier. Then he came back. Now he's live. He came back.
All right,
I was like, what up, Jeff? What's good, brother? What's going on, man? But yeah, man, it was funny. SP. So real quick, you know, they know. I don't know if they know this, but like we go back and forth. Sometimes if you want to come on the show, we go back and forth and we pick albums. Like, you know, you'll pick an album, I'll pick an album, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you like, you know, this time I was like, let me ask her which one she wants to pick, which one she wants to do. And I remember saying, you know, I gave you this choice, and then I gave you Fight Dog Forever, and then you picked this one. And I was like, oh, she must didn't listen to Fight Dog yet, because I know you don't listen to music right away. So I'm like, I know you must have heard this already. Was that the reason why you picked this one?
No, I picked this one because I think even though this album was done in '96, I think that it is extremely relevant for today.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I just kind of wanted to show a juxtaposition between the music and the how the topics are kind of meshed. For all the things that has changed with time, it seems that the stuff that happens in our community seems to just be a wash, rinse, repeat.
correct. Absolutely correct, man. So yeah, this is the THHC podcast, episode 75. Pharoahe Monch, man. Desire review with SP from the Powaful IMPAK. SP, did you hear the story of how he got his name, the Munch, like Munchie, the Munchie cheat thing?
Yeah, that was actually my favorite toy.
Did you hear why he got the name? How
No,
he
I
got the
didn't hear
name?
why he got his name.
Oh, I guess I was doing the research and stuff, and I'm listening to I can't remember what review it was. It was somebody interviewing him, and I guess he
Mm-hmm.
said I don't know if it was Sway or somebody,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that he got a bad haircut one day in high school or something, and he was a good cracker. He knew how to crack on people, but when he got that bad haircut, he had to take the hat off, and then they got him, and the girl that he used to always get got on him, like and turn around and said, "Oh, you look like a munchie cheat." And the whole class, everybody was laughing. The teacher was laughing. So that was his nickname, Munchie Cheat. And then he said he kept it, and then he sliced it off and made it into like a rap name.
Well, he should. If you don't know what a machichi is, you should look it up because that was my shit.
That was my shit. That's what I was gonna say. When people gonna look it up, go, what the hell is that? But you gotta check it out, man. And, if
I
I
even
had one,
remember. I even
yeah,
remember the song.
you remember singing? Yeah, if you know it.
You don't remember the song?
Munchie cheat. Oh, wait, how it go?
So happy and cuddly, with coming him out there really sweet, fun to wiggle his little feet.
Yeah, I love it, yo. I love it, yo. Nah, yo, that's dope, man. I think if the commercial came on, I probably remember. I'm one of those people that like they gotta like come on, or I gotta like hear the melody, and then I'm like, oh, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more of that person. I
Yeah, I'm
remember.
a jingle maniac.
Oh yeah, are you?
I love jingles.
Yeah, jingles. No, I love jingles too, but I gotta hear the with something first, and now I'm then like, yeah. Then it like gets in me or something for some reason. But all right, SP man, we gotta talk about the Desire album, man. I'm gonna put the tracks down here, and then I'm gonna ooh, excuse me. I'm like coming. I'm not saying coming out. I'm getting better, but I've been under the weather for the last couple of days. But I've been good, man. I've been taking my what's it called? My SP, SP Styles, Styles P, SP Styles P. I'm gonna take my Styles P formulas, my medicines, man, my herbs and medicines, all the stuff from his site.
Show them what you're taking. Show us what you're taking.
Oh, you want to see?
Educate us. Educate the masses.
I have to go get it real quick. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to come get it now. Hold on, real quick. I gotta educate the masses. Got to. Yeah, man. I think a lot of people are doing it, man. Like they're starting to do the Dr. Sebi type of method, man. And these are some of the things that you get from Pharmacy for Life. Styles P and his wife got the company, and these are some of the medicines, some of the natural medicines I take. That's for iron. I got the Irish sea moss. That's got for like majority of vitamins that everybody needs in their body. Just with just one pill. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be taking a lot of stuff. This is all this stuff is natural. Black seed oil. Take a sip. I probably need to take a sip now. You know what I'm saying? Because my throat.
That's what I put in my hair.
Yeah, you could put. Maybe it's a different one. This is the one you drink. This is the one you.
I put just fresh, just black seed oil and castor oil.
Oh yeah. That's good for the hair. Hell yeah, I already know. That's good for the black hair. Though. I already know. The mom, sister, daughter, girlfriend, daughter. So surrounded by women, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this album, man. Pharoahe Monch, Desire, Queens, South Jamaica, Queens, New York. This album came out June 26, 2007. It was 47 minutes and 26 seconds, man. Man. What do you when you first heard Pharoahe Monch, before we get into the album, was it from the group Organized Confusion or was it from his solo career?
It was from Organized Confusion.
Okay. From the jump, you knew about.
Yeah. I'm from the South, so you get a group like Organized Confusion that was going to hit real hard down here quick.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Especially that lyrical, and then they had like they had the just the musical appeal. It wasn't just like it didn't sound like East Coast. It didn't sound like it sounded music. It was every coast, like confusion.
It was kind of universal in sound and actually we listened to I know I listened to a lot of East Coast music mostly because I like to that's kind of how we learned what was going on across the country. We listened to the music, and we kind of figure out how the East Coast was rolling and how the West Coast was rolling.
Oh, that's what's up. I did the same thing. I was open-minded, man. Like I know people was like, oh, East Coast, and I was like, no, I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, yo, y'all didn't hear the new Scarface? Oh, y'all didn't hear the new, Too Short over here. Y'all didn't hear the new. I was everywhere. I'm like, yo,
it was kind of helpful because I grew up in San Antonio and name a rapper from San Antonio.
Right now?
So, period.
I can't remember. Not off the tip of my head. I can't.
Besides like Magic Mark and people like that were just local. There wasn't any reason to have bias here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get into the album, man. Let's go into number one, the intro. This is produced by Troy Donald and Jameson, which is Pharoahe Monch's name. Because it was funny. I was like, when I was doing a producer, I'm like Troy Donald Jameson. That's like, why that name sound familiar? I kept saying it to myself. Then I'm like, oh, that's him. So that's Pharoahe Monch that produced that intro. So from the intro, I say it's a Negro spiritual about real freedom. We will die before we are slaves again. So that's what I felt, and that's pretty much what I thought that intro brought to me. What you thought about the intro?
I thought the intro was the perfect way to start this album on the Negro spiritual. It kind of really, the intro kind of encapsulated the album. If you really think about it, you knew where you were going with this album.
Yeah. yeah. Which makes sense. Like I think no album should be misleading when you put it on, right? You know what I mean? you put something like if this was the intro and all of a sudden like pop music came on, we'd be like, what? What's going on? You know, we'd be like, well, what the, you know? All right, so number 2 is Free, and this was produced by Kellen Ford and Davo McKenzie, I believe. And this is featuring Saint Just, I'm gonna say Saint Just or Saint Just D, and she's the singer, or was it? I think it was. So this song is I don't know, this song is just incredible. This track, I said knocks from here to Germany. They need this song in Ukraine and Russia right now because all this, you know, with the songs all about the war and the freedom. Free, you know, free from the labels, man. That's what he, you know, the message I'm getting from what he's saying. You know, his voice is, just his voice alone is just an instrument, and you know, I just want to think like it sounds like a band. I don't know if that was a band, you know, was that just samples of stuff, but it would sound like a band. Like it's like I wanted to thank the band, there's instruments in this song. You know what I'm saying, like that. So, what did you think about Free number 2?
So this was his sophomore album.
Yeah.
And we knew him from Organized Confusion, but from his first album to this album, I think it was like 6 years, right? So there was issues with the label, and there was issues with how they were trying to put him out. And so I love the way he encapsulated that in the form of slavery. And it's actually kind of just what people are saying today. It's just that he was more open to it. He was more open with it in 96 when most people were trying to cover that up.
Exactly. Like he's forespoken on just the topics people sweep under the rug or sugarcoat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, he's always been a revolutionary rapper or MC to me. Ever since I've known him.
6 years was a long time between the and just in case J Electronica is listening to this, this is how you do a sophomore album when you wait years before you put one out. This is how you do an album if you're gonna wait 10 years to put one out.
Oh no. Whatever SP says doesn't reflect the show. And get me in trouble. Man, what's going on? They Electron, what's up, man? Come on, man, you're crazy, man. No, I love it, man. I get it, man. Like, if it's gonna take that long to put out an album or project, and you're still really relevant to the music or the craft, it better be something solid.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the record was solid for Jay. It was just that it was like for me, that album was more like a Jay-Z album featuring Jay Electronica. The first voice you heard on the album was Jay-Z. The last voice you heard on the album was Jay-Z.
I picked that up too. I said it. I think I said it in my review. Yeah, it's probably in my review. I bet y'all go check that out. I'm telling you. No, I said that. I know I did. Number 3, Desire, featuring Showtyme and Mela. Is it Machinko? This was produced by The Alchemist, man. Shout out Al, Uncle Al. This is that classic 90s Uncle Al on the boards, man. Slave to the label, but I own my masters. Pharoahe Monch, I'm loving that. The second verse, man, check his temperature. He was going insane on the second verse, man. Live wire. The KC sounded like singer. Yeah, he sounded like KC the singer. And with the MOP samples, he loves MOP. He's in love with MOP. Yeah. And Mobb Deep. I remember hearing that in one of his interviews or something. This song gets me amped because I think the Mob Deep, MOP samples or something just gets me amped, man. And then I got the breathing. This is like that breathing at the end to talk about his
Yeah.
acting, his breath control. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
that. So I love that. So what you think about number 3, Desire?
so the first thing I wrote was slave to my label, but I own my masters.
yeah.
Because I always think about Nas and Prince when I hear a phrase like that. I always think about Nas and Prince.
Yep. Yo, Black
And
Chidori Mob Deep is the shit. What up, Black Chidori?
so then I said, well, it's more of a keep pushing, keep striving song. It's an uplifting track. The heavy breathing at the end is reflection of the hard work involved in getting to where he was to put this album out. That's how I interpreted the heavy breathing.
See, that's dope.
Because all he kept talking about was keep pushing, keep striving, keep going. It's the burden is heavy.
Yep.
And so when I heard that heavy breathing at the end, I was like, oh, that's a way to end it.
I was like, he murdered that, man. He murdered
Yeah,
that. I'm like, what is going on with this album? Like, it's funny because I'm going back to it. And I know it made me go back to his catalog, but I went back to his catalog of Pharoahe Monch. And this is the first album I went to for some reason. And I was like, like, which one should I start with? Whatever. And some said, right here, Desire. And I was like, then I was listening to him going, how much do I miss not listening to? So I should be listening to this at least once a month. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
It's a powerful album. I love it, man. Number 4, Push, featuring Showtyme again and Mela Machinko, produced by Troy, of course, produced by Pharoahe Monch. Band heavy, like the band, and singer heavy church going song that starts light rapping and ends with like a lyrical monster just taking over. You know what I mean? Like that pushes the music further. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to this song too. I like Push. What's up with you on number 4, Push?
So Push, this song was, first of all, it was so funky. It was one of those songs when the beat came on, I was like, ugh. The beat was so funky. It's one of those songs you want to play when you're having a bad day. One of the phrases that really got me was, I'm gonna hold you down. I loved when Push is echoed. I listened to it with my headphones on. So when I was hearing it, when he said push and then it would echo push, it would go from ear to ear, ear to ear, ear to ear. I love that.
Oh, wow. See, I never did the headphones.
Yeah, when you listen to it with headphones, it's a totally different experience.
Man, I'm about to do 3 tests now. The car test, the headphone test, and the phone test. Just your regular phone, you know what I'm saying? Because you listen to it more through your phone. Man, god damn it. All right, I get it.
Put your headphones on, you can hear it. It's like push, push. Just from one ear to the other. It was so dope. I love that.
I got those good headphones too. I forgot. I gotta get them out.
Yeah, I didn't have good headphones. I had $5 headphones I got from Family Dollar because I didn't feel like digging for mine.
They still work.
I went and got these little $5 headphones, and it was the same effect as if I had on some Beats by Dre.
Beats by Dre or the 50 Cent joints, whatever. Oh man, I like that's hysterical. Now you're right though, man. Sometimes, yo, listen, man. Sometimes you have to you get a $5 pair. You good, man. Shit, shit.
You
You know
know,
what
I'm
I'm saying?
cheap anyway. I'm not
No, no, no,
if it's
no, no,
gonna
no.
if it's gonna work the same, I'm not finna pay extra money just for a name.
SP, we practical. We practical. We're not cheap. We practical. You know what I'm saying? All right. So speaking of being practical, let's talk about the old school number 5. Welcome to the Terrordome. Just by grind music. Man, they brought it back. He brought it back, but he got up, man. So the tribute to Public Enemy, Welcome to the Terrordome, is a homage and musical rendition, holds its own. It's a record that consumes you like the government is doing right now with us. This is just a classic hip hop song, classic hip hop record. I like what he did with it. It's like it sounds like some rendition, and then it
Mm-hmm.
sounds like it's like he's saying some of their lyrics to like he's like it sounds so much like it just like sounds like everything a rendition of homage. It sounds like so much of it inside. I just can't even explain it, but I love the record. Um, number 5, Welcome to the Terrordome. What do you think?
So when I listen back to first I listened to Pharoahe Monch's Welcome to the Terrordome. Then I went back and I re-listened to Public Enemy's
Yep.
Welcome to the Terrordome. Then I went back and listened to Pharoahe Monch again. But the actual context was exactly kind of the same. With Public Enemy in the 90s, they were talking about the shooting of black men. They were talking about dropping bombs in Vietnam. Um, and when you go into Pharoahe Monch's rendition, um, it started off with this album. I think the Iraq War had just started, so I love the and I'm quoting because I'm not a rapper. Poison your ventilation, cut your education, secret information, um, take over take over reservations. It just it goes on and you just like, oh my god, it's just exactly the same. It started out with the murder of black men. It ended with the war in Vietnam. So I mean the war in Iraq.
Right. Yeah.
Um it talked about Louisiana and the hurricane, and it was just a lot. But it is you can see just how history in our communities, because nobody gives a shit, just completely repeats over and over and over again. And what I always loved about Public Enemy's rendition, and what I also love about Pharoahe Monch, is it ends on the note that black people, you need to get your mind right.
Mm-hmm.
It's your focus is off. It's off balance. We're too
Exactly.
focused on shitting on
Materialistic,
each other instead of
materialistic things. Sex and money. With women chasing money with dudes and women and dudes just chasing women that look good, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Our prior, we're not prior, our prior, we're not prior, our prioritization is on the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
that's all that is. Yeah, yeah. No, that's why I said something told me, and I was like, how you think of one of your favorite MCs, and you go, what should I start with? And I was just in that moment with him, and I had to start with this record. Number 6, What It Is. Man, this one's insane too, man. Produced by himself and of course Lee Stone. Man, this one raps like Star Wars, only the stars die. It's no sequels. Beat 3 cases, C3 POs. Like I'm like, what? Like his lyrical content, lyrical friggin' I don't know, brain, I don't know, man. It's just like what it is. Pharoahe Monch, that's that nigga. Pharaohe, that's that nigga. But he was like, Pharaoh, that sounds good. That's that nigga. Pharaoh, hey, that sounds good. That's that. And I'm like, yo, how he just intertwines with these sounds and these beats. It's like he's one with the beat. He's one. He's everything he's on. It sounds like he's one with the music, and it's incredible how he intertwines with this. Just I don't know. This sometimes the simplest beats or the most difficult laid on. You know, number 6, what it is? What do you think?
So what it is basically a dope rap full of conspiracy theories. It's just
Yeah.
the conspiracy theories that kind of consumes our neighborhoods, that consumes our people. It ranges from civil rights to the radio. It's actually pretty remarkable to hear, because people call Pharoahe Monch, kind of like a backpack rapper. But there's so much more to him than backpack rap. And if you delve into actually the lyrics, this was just a really smart way of putting all those conspiracy theories into a ball, and you can go through and pick them out, and you're like, yep. So when you read that, remember it was Y2K was coming. And everybody was freaking out about Y2K.
Shut down. Yep. Everything's gonna shut down. The whole world. Everything.
Yeah. And black people were thinking they were shutting down the computer so we wouldn't have a way to communicate when they tried to bring slavery back. A whole bunch of those conspiracy theories that was kind of consuming us. So I thought it was dope. I thought it was a wonderful way to address those issues where most people didn't even know that's what he was doing.
No, exactly. Yeah. Like that's what I'm saying. Like even like something like there's people nowadays that they'd be like, oh snap, you know what I'm saying? Like because like me just researching, the album. I never researched the album. You know how you just I'm an avid hip hop listener. I just started, reviewing music like on paper or whatever on video like 3-4 years ago. And but I always did it in my head, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was always the person people went to and said, yo, what you think about the new? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, yo, what Marquis think about the new? And then, because I was that guy. I was the hip hop guy, right? So I just remember like the quality of this album, the messages, the music, the way he intertwined with these beats. It was just lovely, man. And it was substance, but it was hip hop. It was everything. It was like he was speaking graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just like, you know what I mean? So and he got the voice. He got the voice that of hip hop too. You know what I mean? That you got that voice. You got that guru voice. The voice that gets you. The voice that gets you. You know what I mean? So, number 7, When the Gun Draws, featuring Mr. Porter, produced by Mr. Porter. Now, excuse me.
And shout out to Mr. Porter. People need to give Mr. Porter his props.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, Mr. Porter. Yeah. Shout him out. I got the producers. We was gonna talk about them a little later, but yeah, we can talk about them right now if you want.
No, go for it.
All right, but number 7, when the gun draws, this is like another, this is his third record to like a, him being a bullet. You got Stray Bullet, and then you had Damage. That was another one he was, talking about he was a bullet. So he's getting his Mobb Deep MOP on cleverly by continuously rapping brilliantly about a bullet, or being a bullet. Pharoahe Monch is, just a top MC, period. The way he formulates patterns of just word plays is incredible, and stories are incredible. These bullet stories of him being a bullet and him continuously doing this, kind of like it's homage to the old school too. Like EPMD had Jane 1, 2, and 3. People were doing that. It's brilliant. I love it. I love that he keeps doing that. I love it. So, what do you think about number 7 when the gun? Oh no, yeah. When the gun draws, yep, number 7.
So, for me, because I love the storytelling portion of it. He's a great storyteller. I don't think he gets a lot of credit for being a storyteller. But the production and the hook is what really grabbed me. It was the distortion in the hook that made it so ominous, that, you kind of got that feeling on the back of your neck that you need to pay attention to what's going on around you. The music was like a lyric for me. The music, the beat, I don't know what he did with the beat, but that single piano key that was playing, that's really, I had to listen to it a few times because I kept missing the lyric, because something about that single piano key playing throughout the song kept pulling me back to make, it's like, is that the piano, or
Yeah.
is that, what is that sound? And I had to listen back just to catch the lyrics again. It's not often with an artist like Pharoahe Monch that the beat can keep up with the lyricism.
Okay. Nah, you're absolutely right on that, man. You're dead on that review, man. I like that. I like that. Number 8, Let's Go, featuring Mela Machinko. This is produced by C Cross. And then of course the legend himself, Pharoahe Monch. So Let's Go featuring, okay, so this one here, man. This is on some like another MOP type Busta Rhymes type headbanger track with Pharaohe. Putting on the show, man. Here, love the scratching, just the hip hop elements. You know what I mean? I just, and then at the end, I just like and then the radio transition at the end to get to the next song was brilliant too. So number 8, Let's Go. What are you talking about this record?
So I love the rhyme schemes. I don't know if you paid attention to the rhyme scheme, but the entire schemes were stuff that's stuff you hold. I love the puns. It was full of weird ass puns, and it was a shit talking record. I love that. You can't miss me when they talk they shit. So
Yeah.
yeah, I loved it. It was kind of it was just epic, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, now I love the record too, man, as well, man. Like this whole album's insane, man. I don't think a lot of people in hip hop is gonna deny it. Number 9, Body Baby. This is featuring Candace Anderson, Mela Machinko, Lanisha Randolph, produced by Mr. Porter, Troy Donald Dormason, which is Pharoahe Monch. So number 9, Body Baby. I said a bebop hip hop swing dance track with a country feel. Song actually has all music elements. It's a knee slapper, got the Elvis kind of imitation at the end, but throughout, like a honky tonk feel. I don't know. I thought he was just having fun on here. I like this track though. It's not a skippable track. I like it. It stands out on the album. But what you think about Body Baby?
Yeah, it stood out to me. Because it's most. It's not. I felt like I was in a juke joint. You know what I mean? I felt like I was in a hole in the wall club where you bring your own bottle and they give you a setup.
Yep. Got nips in your pocket.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Sneak outside and go smoke a blunt in the car and then come back in.
Go through the back door because you know the owner or something, or somebody
put
like
your ice chest in the trunk so you can just switch out beers and don't have to keep driving.
Yep. You getting it? You getting it? Yep. You get exactly. Yep. Yep. Nah, it gives you that feel, man. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like, the funny thing is, I don't remember when I first started listening to it again. I'm like, I don't really remember this track. It's probably a track that I was probably skipping. I don't even know. But when I'm listening to it, I go, do I remember this track? I just remember the rest of the album I did. But I was just like,
most because it kind of throws off. That is one that I would probably consider a throwaway track. You could have did without it.
Yeah.
But everybody had to put that kind of dance record, club record in the album. So I think that was his attempt at that.
But I'm pretty sure that somebody's playing that song somewhere. It might be like in the Western, might be like in.
I don't think Ohio. It's a bad song. I play the song. I just said I don't think it's cohesive in this album.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because you said like the hip hop says and everybody says he takes a long time to put out a project. So you would think if he's like say if he got like he say he don't record that much, right? So he just records for like maybe that album, or he records for like if that doesn't fit, he waits for it he puts it on the shelf and says, okay, this one can come out now. You know what I mean? He said he does that, right? So if he's doing that and he's piecing it together, why would he throw in is he doing that on purpose? Is he throwing in like something that shakes the world up after you listen to the album and you kind of go, oh, that's a fun record, then you go back down? You know what I mean? Maybe he's doing that to shake it up. I'm not sure.
No, because I think in the 90s you kind of had to have that album.
But wasn't he more independent now?
You had to have one of those kind of songs on your album.
But he was more independent though, right? But do you think he still thought that was the formula?
He was independent, but he was on the label at one point.
Yeah, still.
You would have to think that those habits are kind of hard to
break. Yeah.
Break. Yeah.
I get it. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, yeah, he's just fucked. No. Let's go to number 10. This is one of my going from like Body Baby to this one. It was like a huge difference. Ooh, excuse me. But Bar Tab, I like this one. This one I really like. Featuring Mela Machinko and produced by Black Milk. Black Milk is he was in his production bag on this one, man. Really put his foot in the pot on this one. I love this instrumental, this song. This that bar club record that many of us are familiar with Mela singing back to him makes it more of a love like record. Pharaohe trying to get he's just trying to get some ass. That's what he's basically trying to do on here. Um, what do you think about number 10, Bar Tap? I mean, it's a fun record, right? I mean,
it was a fun record, but it's not everybody's made to do club songs. To do club songs, you know.
yeah, you didn't like this one? Yeah, I don't think you like this one. I like this. I like this one. Maybe
I
maybe
love it. I
maybe
like
I'm
the
a
I
man.
like the song. I just don't like it on this album.
On this album, okay, because I,
Yeah, it's
maybe,
just a it's a certain vibe that you don't need.
yeah. So
Not
it's like,
not when you start off so strong and then you come in with something like bar tap and you're like, why?
he's like messing with our emotions.
Yeah, why are we here now? We was way over here and now we here. How this happened?
I'm thinking this. He did this on purpose, man. Like, think about it. You got 8 tracks of like, okay, this is some deep shit, right? And then he starts, Body Baby, does bar tap. He kind of gets you like, okay, he ain't that serious. He's all right, he's a good dude. He can rap about. You got different style. I don't know. Maybe it's like he's trying to get you out that funk, and then he goes right back in, right? So I don't know. I don't know. He's an artist, man. So he's doing something on purpose.
Yeah, he doing something on purpose, but I don't think I wasn't ready for it. I didn't need it
Yeah,
at that moment.
I think a lot of people are not ready for it. Yeah. So let's
It's
go to
just
the.
that I didn't need it. The rest of the beginning of the album was not so um heavy that I needed a break.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
sounds like one of those albums you put in to give people a break when you are just destroying them.
Like 13.
You know how
His
you have
album,
to stop the
13.
album like I need to breathe.
Yeah. Some like old school Public Enemy. Some albums were just too much. I was like, yo, I need a break. Sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
I was still. I love Public Enemy, but nothing against their music. I just sometimes I was like, whoa, man, I'm gonna wait to listen to side B later. Like sometimes you just
Yeah,
have to take a break when you this is tape era guys, little kiddies. You know what I'm saying? So I would do that. So I'll side B later. You know what I'm saying? But I
yeah.
get
And
it.
if it was me and I was sequencing this album, I probably would have put this song after the next song instead of before it.
Oh, hold on, number 11. I get it.
Yeah,
Because hold
because
on, it's
then
kind of
you
like
really would need a break.
yeah. I get it. No, I get it. I get it. Oh yeah. I get it. I see what I'm going. Where you going with it? All right, let's get to number 11. Then I get what you're saying. Hold on, featuring Erykah Badu, produced by Lee Stone. So this track, man, I said, my mother is beautiful, my daughter is beautiful, my sister is beautiful, my aunts are beautiful. Uh, SPU are beautiful too. This was like one of those records that you know Badu joins, Pharoahe Monch, aka Mr. 13, to get a message out to the people that they are beautiful, especially black women. And black little girls and stuff. We just need to get that message out to the little girls. Um, and start when they're young. You know what I mean? So they don't think they're ugly and they got nappy hair and all that other stuff, all them other stereotypes. So yeah, it kind of went back to me to like being positive and kind of like getting back into having substance. What do you think about number 11?
Um, this was a beautiful track. I love that he put something in here for the ladies specifically. Uh, I don't know if you remember 96, but 96 was there was not very much representation for dark skinned women. in the 90s. He had to be.
Oh, was this the light skin big booty video phase? All
No,
light skin
this was
women in the
yeah,
96,
yeah.
yeah. The Jay-Z days, yeah, 96.
Mm-hmm.
Big pimping days.
Yeah. So this was a nice tribute. I appreciated this track here.
All right, now me too. I ain't gonna lie. Number 12, So Good, produced by Pharoahe Monch, man. I like this track. This is another good track. So good. If you're stressed, it's good to release with someone you love or just like. It's a classy, nasty undertone song. But it's just smooth. It's just smooth, man. I like the record, man. What do you think about this record? So good. What do you think about SQ? What you get? You over there laughing? What's up?
I put nicety. This song reminded me of like a if hip hop was Guy.
Okay.
You know that Keith Sweat begging,
yeah.
Please, baby, please, kind of.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's why I thought the other song would have fit.
Yeah, that's right. When I was
really
like,
well here.
Yeah. I get
that was my point.
For the contrast of the album, the way, especially where it's going, you got kind of like a love track, kind of love to black women. Then you got, you want to have sex with the woman. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah.
No, it makes a lot of sense, man. And then what's funny? This was those 3 female type records, and then it would have led to Trilogy. So that maybe that would have been more of a mind fuck.
Yeah.
If you think about it. But yeah, like number 13. Let's get the Trilogy, man. Trilogy, produced by Mr. Porter. Listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. This record is incredible. Mr. Porter's incredible. That's why you said he needs to get his props, man. Just beautiful transitions, throughout the record. Of the 9 minutes, it kept my attention through the first second to the last second, 9 minutes and 21 seconds, and but it was Mr. Porter again, man, put his foot in the hip hop pot, man. Every verse is a mystery of what really happened. It's a murder, right? It's a rap OJ murder, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's revenge, it's pain, it's sorrow, it's heartbreak. It's a friend fucking your wife. Right, I don't know what's going on. The song's just beautiful. It's a beautiful tragedy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. It's a beautiful tragedy. This Trilogy is a beautiful tragedy. So what you think about Trilogy? The last song. This is a great fucking record. I'm sorry, it's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on right here? And then I had to rewind it. I was like, well, I thought the motherfucker was dead. Wait a minute, let me go over here. What's going on?
Yeah,
how you back at the studio? Wait a minute, what's going on? It was so well done.
So well done. I'm like, this is a movie. It's like a 3D movie. Like he got to do film. He got to direct. He got to do something. I'm sure he's working on it. To be
honest, I put The Unusual Suspect.
Oh, yo, I kind of thought of that too when I was listening to that shit.
That's exactly what I wrote down. I was like, oh, well, all right then.
Yo, you right about this. I was thinking about that when I was like, yo, this kind of got that vibe to it.
That's all I wrote. It was like The Unusual Suspect. I don't know where this is going. I don't even know where it started. It was just kind of, and it built, and it built, and it built, and it built, and it built. And I was like, wow.
Yep.
I think I listened to this track 7 times. I forgot how good it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So This is a 9-minute track. We'll listen to a 7. We got to listen to the albums. Look, I was listening to this album like I'm in the shower, I'm on the toilet. I don't care where I was at work, between breaks, in the car, you know, whatever. If I fell down the stairs, I was listening to it. Like it was don't matter what it was. I was tuned in to the record again, and it was like bring back old times when, you know, when I first heard it, of course, right? You know, the time I first heard it, right? Back in my day. It brought that back, but at the same time, but it was like you said, it was relevant music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's still relevant to today, the subjects and stuff, subject matter, and that's what an album is. That's what quality is over quantity. This is a quality album. This is gonna live. This album's gonna live on forever, right? You you know what I mean? Like, so you know, shout out to Prince Poe though, Prince Poetry, man. Like, I don't know if they, I don't know, like, shout out to Organized Confusion. Shout out to the beginning of the group. The albums they created, the music they created, the classes they created. Shout out to Pharoahe Monch, man. If you're listening, man, I love your music, man, and your inspiration to people. Period, black men, especially, man, like myself. I don't know. So what do you want to what do you want to say to sum this up?
I think this generation really needs to tap into Pharoahe Monch. He is still putting out music. He's putting out some of the dopest hip hop even today. And if you listen to this album and you think it's quality, keep going forward and you will see that he has kept the same standard no matter what album he drops. And there is not one album that sounds like the other. So if you haven't tapped into Pharoahe Monch, do that because you will not regret it.
Not regret it at all, man. I don't want to forget. So I know we're supposed to talk about the producers real quick. Man, this is what the producers on the screen real quick. Of course, Troy Donald Jameson, aka Pharoahe Monch, aka Mr. 13. Kelly Ford, David McKenzie, The Alchemist, Grind Music, Lee Stone, Mr. Porter, and Black Milk. What do you want to say about the producers, SP? Give them some shine, some flowers.
I think the producers were amazing. But what I always love about Mr. Porter, and I don't think he gets his accolades as a producer as much as he should. But the thing I love about Mr. Porter is his beats are always unrefined or they don't sound perfect. They sound slightly there's something in his beats that is always going to make you go back and listen to the song again because you want to figure out what he's using or what he's doing. Why does that sound like that? What is that? What is that sound that's kind of in the background that I'm not hearing? He has a way of layering sounds that is so fantastic that you can't say enough about it. His production style is just so unique, and I don't think he gets nearly as much credit as he deserves as a producer.
Listen, I gotta lie, like am I like that tapped into him? Probably not. But now that we're thinking about it, of course, I'm gonna tap into this guy and look into his discography, man, because he's musically inclined to be on my listening level, man. So why wouldn't I? Shout out to everybody else on here, man. Like, of course, Pharoahe Monch for producing, he's producing and MCing at this magnitude. Putting him as a producer / MC, he's up there. He's gonna be in the top 5. You know, you got Diamond D, you got Eric Sermon, you got what
Mm-hmm.
who else is like a actually got albums out and produced. You know what I mean? Like Pharoahe Monch, like so Pharoahe Monch has
And
got to
as
be
a matter of fact, Mr. Porter taught Royce.
oh how to what produce, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is before the allegory, Lord mercy. Allegory?
Royce never produced before.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This is before the allegory, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's the one who convinced him to start producing. Mr. Porter is so incredibly dope, and people sleep on him mostly because of his connection with Eminem.
Listen, shout out to anybody with talent, and Mr. Porter has talent, so shout him out. He gets his flowers on this show. The Alchemist, of course, gets and Dave. I don't know a lot of these people. Dave, you know,
The Black
McKinsey and
Milk,
Ford. I don't know.
Black Milk also.
Black Milk is dope. I know Black Milk.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Music, I don't know. Lee Stone, I don't know. I probably heard records from these people, and we probably both, you know, heard hits or whatever. But shout out to all of them that whoever was on this project. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of how I felt with Ray West. I was so um I've heard all of his music. I've heard his music, but I did not know it was him because I didn't know he produced everything very
Oh, okay.
from AG, and I didn't know he produced Rock Marciano.
See,
Rock Marcy. So
that's
I had
crazy.
to go back
That's crazy,
and
man.
listen to it, and he's so dope.
That's why I like why you could like now you can search for your producer. You can search for producers. You can search for like mixers or whatever, like on these platforms, and they'll tell you exactly what they did now. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So that's incredible that hopefully these youngsters, these kiddies out there are taking advantage of technology. You know, we used to have to tape
Yeah.
CDs, we used to look and read, and we used to have to remember, you know, if John Smith did that or whoever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm in love with this album, man. We're coming back from Queens, South Jamaica, Queens, man. You know, New York, man. You know, of course, I'm from Boston. SP's from Texas. What part of Texas you from again?
I'm from San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. Okay. San Antonio, Texas.
But I kind of lived all over this sucker.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was
You have.
I've always been a person who can only sit still for maybe a year or two, and then I have to move. So this is
you like my
raising
mom,
my daughter is the longest time I've ever been in one spot. I normally move every 2 years from one city to another because I just want to see. I want to meet new people. I want to see what's going on.
I get it. All right, mom.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Just like my mom, Joe. My moms do that.
Yeah, I'm curious. I want to know what's happening, what it's like to live in Oklahoma, and I want to know what it's like to live in Carolina, and I want to know what it's like to be in New York. So I don't. My grandmother taught me really early that home is where you're at, and don't form attachment to things. You form attachment to stuff that matters, like your family and the people you meet and the people you can help. That's who you form an attachment to. But things come and go.
No, that's beautiful because, like, but then you go on another route. I got a mother that, like I said, I'm not comparing you to my mother, but I have a mother that she loves like you said, bounce around, see the world, right? That's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with that. But not if you tell your kids, hey, buy me a house. But every time we try to get you something, you jumping around like Peter Rabbit. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Well, you want a house when you get old and can't jump around no more. But while as long as my ass can still twerk, I'm gonna twerk it all across America until I decide that it's time to sit my old ass down somewhere.
Oh man, yo, why are you doing this to me, SP? Done. Thanks for putting that visual. I got that. Everybody got that visual now. Shout out to the SP twerk. We're gonna have to see that dance. Um, SP man, for real, man. THHC podcast, of course, just me, really, personally. Um, we thank you again, man, for loving hip hop just as much as me, man. From the Powaful IMPAK, man. Let's promote, man. I want you to promote. I got your Twitter down there, and I got your Instagram for the show down there. What else? What else you got?
So hey, just check out Powerful Impact. Today I just dropped Backwoods Sweetie. We did an
Ooh,
interview with Backwoods Sweetie. She is so incredibly dope. She is so fire. Um, she talked about so much stuff, her music, her process. It was just a dope interview. So go to the channel and check it out.
yeah, go check it out, guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And she's a dope MC, a really dope MC.
Exactly.
Just period, period.
And she's so real. She's so real, and it's so refreshing to hear so much honesty coming from someone. A lot of times when you um interview people, they're sometimes try to be politically correct. I think we have been lucky that people have been so open and honest, and Backwoods Sweetie is so dope. So go and amazing. She's amazing. Go and listen to her album, Christina Shante.
Yep.
It is fire.
They gotta catch on. We got listen enough promotion. She's an incredible artist. Period.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna listen. They're gonna be forced to listen to these MCs that we listen to. Because we're gonna like shove them down people's throats, man. These MCs need their props. They need their shine. Need their
Already.
stage. But all right, SB, I'm under the weather, man. I'm gonna try to get some more sleep, some more rest, man. I really do appreciate you coming on.
All right, I'm gonna go take my clothes out the car. I just came from the laundromat. I said, well, I'm just gonna stop and sit right here and do this.
Yeah, this is why I love SP, man. She like commitment. You know, man. She could be like on the highway, like she just pull over and start doing the show, man. That's what I love that dedication, that grit, toward the craft of hip hop, or just the stuff that you love. We got things in common, man. So like I said, I appreciate you being on the show again, man, and continuously would love if you keep coming on. Hopefully you do, and break down these albums with me, man. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else, y'all can come on with us too. If you want, you can come on and break them down with me and SP, or just me and me, whatever's going on.
Already.
It's organic, baby, organic. All right, y'all, we out of here, man. This is the THHC podcast, which stands for the Hip Hop Connoisseur Podcast, episode 75. Pharoahe Monch, man, Desire. Review with SP from the Powaful IMPAK, man. We getting out of here. Y'all remember love over hate, man. It's Marquis from Boston, man. Peace out. One love.